Hello everyone and welcome to the video, and yes, it's the return of wrestling videos. Now, does not mean like full-time wrestling video every day, but no. They'll be implemented, into what I do now with Gilson and Old, Alpha and Omega content, shorts videos, life hacks. It's gonna start becoming its own thing. Now, as you know, my computer shot itself earlier in June. So the last proper video I ever edited up until this point was Alpha and Omega 6 Dino Diggs review, because now we're editing this on my mother's computer, who has gracefully given me the computer to borrow. Hopefully this video turns out good. My pay-per-view order. Now, here's the thing. I want to clarify this, the ICW. This is my opinion. Okay? It's also kind of a fantasy booking. So if things sound stupid, things sound ridiculous, because I'm changing some things to make it fun, Thinking it from a fan's perspective, thinking stuff on my mind that I've held for so long. How about you just, I don't know, don't think about doxing for a minute, okay? Listen to me for however time I talk, and just hear me out. The current pay-per-view order of WWE is not good. I mean, I'm glad they've stopped the brand exclusive pay-per-views. Listen, I loved them, but they're not gonna work now. They're not even working together, so how would they work apart? And just the pay-per-views now, I don't like them. Big four pay-per-views, WrestleMania is just not feeling like WrestleMania anymore. Royal Rumble is feeling more like WrestleMania. SummerSlam needs more respect. And Survivor Series, it's a hit or miss, really, when it comes to terms of how that's treated. Most of your pay-per-views are gimmick pay-per-views. Hell in a Cell, TLC, Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank. Like, what the hell? What happened to those creative pay-per-view names like Armageddon, No Mercy, Judgment Day? What happened to the fun? Then they have, pay-per-views in between. Back then, pay-per-views had meaning. Each pay-per-view had a purpose to be there. Back then, there was just four, which was the big four. Then, it went into having, one each month. But there was a reason for each, because it was either Raw or SmackDown. Then for that time when they were together, they still served a purpose, because there was not gimmick matches for an exclusive pay-per-view, meaning they could be done anytime. Now we're just kind of stuck in this, corporation type thing. I don't like it. So I'm going to share to you my 12-month schedule of how things are going to go down, my reasons for why, and why some things are going to change a bit.
Let's do this!
For January, we kick off with New Year's resolution. I don't even know why WWE thought WWE Day 1 was a genius idea for a pay-per-view name when this was already fine enough. But here's a twist with New Year's resolution. It's not going to be, how it was before. In fact, I think they need to implement the Cyber Sunday and Taboo Tuesday rules, where you let the fans choose. For me, I feel like to kick off your year hot and just go crazy with it, let the fans have control. And don't have it to where it's already pre-planned. No, let the fans control it. What stipulations going to be done? What special guest referee? What, if anything? What title on the line? What rivalry? What matches do they want to see? What dream match do they want to see kick off the year? Kick off your year strong and hot. Royal Rumble. Obviously, with the Royal Rumble, it's going to be the Royal Rumble. Keep up what you've been doing the last few years. Putting the Royal Rumble in a big venue with the Rumble matches, with the big time matches. Pretty much keep everything the same. But how about this? How about matches that don't mean anything? Take them off. Treat your big four pay-per-views as such. Keep the big matches for those. With Royal Rumble, keep it as it is now. Just keep the most important things on there, especially both world title matches. February, No Way Out. This goes back to the New Year's resolution thing. Why change something that isn't broken? Just bring back No Way Out. I'm sorry, the name Elimination Chamber, I ain't buying it. It's a small little thing, but come on, No Way Out was fine. Why did they have to take it away? Don't name it Elimination Chamber like the damn gimmick. Just bring back No Way Out. March or April, WrestleMania. Now, with WrestleMania, boy howdy, it's time to fix WrestleMania. Take away the two-night thing. No more two-night things. Not every person needs to be on the WrestleMania card. Keep it for the most important rivalries that have a lot of story. Not every title needs to be defended on WrestleMania. In fact, some champions could actually be in other matches. And speaking of matches, Money in the Bank. Time for Money in the Bank, come back home again. Money in the Bank needs to be back at its proper home. It does not need its own pay-per-view. It needs to come back to WrestleMania. Scrap the women's Money in the Bank. Clearly, WWE does not give a fuck about it if they're going to have the women's Money in the Bank cash-in be literally one day or the same night. Thanks for ruining what was special about Kane's moment. And that's really all I have to say. Just make WrestleMania important again. April or May time. Backlash. Backlash needs to be what it was as well. Remember, Backlash used to be the pay-per-view that comes after WrestleMania. I say this because I think WWE has forgotten this. Because ever since 2016, they just can't seem to get it right. 2016 was not even in the correct month. 2017 to 2020 has lacked any more rematches, and 2021 and 2022 have called it WrestleMania Backlash. Take off the WrestleMania, call it Backlash, and have your WrestleMania rematches on there, and also start rivalries from there. I know not every single, Backlash pay-per-view had all WrestleMania rematches. Some had a WrestleMania rematch, but there was probably a second or third person in the match. But the point being is, some rivalries continue on. Make Backlash what it once was. Because sometimes Backlash was even bigger than WrestleMania, or even better than some WrestleManias. Example, Backlash 2000, one of the best pay-per-views ever. It was much better than WrestleMania 2000, because to me, it could be actually a part of the Big Five. June, King of the Ring. I mean, come on. King of the Ring! No more of this King of the Ring coming back every few years and being given to someone stupid. The last good King of the Ring winner is Booker T. And also, you're probably wondering, Queen of the Ring? No. Have, obviously, your tournament go throughout the month, then have the semifinals and the finals on the pay-per-view, with obviously some important rivalries going on, and boom! There you go! July, Extreme Rules. Oh my. Extreme Rules, Extreme Rules, Extreme Rules. You're probably thinking, oh, here's the thing. Extreme Rules is such a great concept, but damn. Did it get botched? Yeah. Remember, Extreme Rules at first was what it said. Every single match had a stipulation. I say it hit its peak in 2012 because ever since then it's kind of just been dipping. And don't even bring me up with 2019. Yes, 2019's good. There's no matches. It's Extreme Rules! Every match needs a stipulation. You know what you can do with Extreme Rules? One night of the year, WWE is TV 14 again. I know, you can't get away with that. You can't, but hear me out. It's July, it's the summertime. Give these fans who want fucking hardcore action, blood, violence, thumbtacks, what you can think of it, give it to them. Just one night. I think you can afford losing your revenue for just the highest amount of views. Another thing with Extreme Rules, this is where you can experiment. You know how they made the Ambrose Asylum? Yes, it sucked, but they experimented something. This is your time to experiment with specific stipulations. So not every single match is like, there's a no DQ and there's an Extreme Rules match. Like, huh? Well, maybe this is where you bring back old stipulations. An Inferno match. Maybe something like barbed wire steel cage again. August, SummerSlam. Now, SummerSlam. I love this pay-per-view so much. In some ways, I even love it more than WrestleMania. Treat SummerSlam like it was before, or as it's labeled to be, the second WrestleMania. This is where some dream matches should be placed at. This is where big rivalries should be placed at. SummerSlam does not need to be stacked to the brim. But yes, it needs to be in big venues, it needs to have its own special stage, it needs to have its own special logo every year, because I think it's kind of ridiculous that you repeat some of the logos sometimes. SummerSlam does not need everybody on the card. It doesn't need stupid, useless rivalries. It needs rivalries that are going out throughout the summer, rivalries that are going from WrestleMania, or just in general. I want SummerSlam to be how it was before. It's big and special, it has big time matches on it. Because SummerSlam 2008, oh boy. Edge vs. Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, John Cena vs. Batista. Like, come on, man. What happened to that? September, Night of Champions. No, not Clash of Champions, Night of Champions. Now, the thing with Night of Champions is, well, yeah, they botched it, okay? But at least for the first couple of years, it was used properly. Every match is a title match. Now, why should this matter? Well, the thing is, up to this point, not every single title is going to be defended. Remember, these pay-per-views, every match needs to serve a purpose. You know, because each pay-per-view is basically like its own gimmick for things. Some of these pay-per-views are not going to have a specific title on there, but this is the one night where every single title is defended. No matter what. No matches that are non-title are on here. No number one contenders, none of that BS. None of the pre-show. Like that one year with the primetime players having to win a battle royal and take on the Shield. No, every match is a title match. October Crown Jewel. Now this one right here. You need to have a Saudi pay-per-view, and I think honestly Saudi pay-per-views should just be once a year in the month October. Take away Hell in a Cell, bring back Crown Jewel, but the thing is with Crown Jewel, what can you do with Crown Jewel? You can make it how Survivor Series is currently. It's called Crown Jewel. You could do a Best of the World tournament every single year, but since in this universe for me, King of the Ring's in June, then how about this? Let's have all your champions take on each other. Your world champions against each other. Your mid-card champions against each other. Your tag team champions against each other. Your women's champions against each other. Big factions. The thing with Crown Jewel is, it honestly could be something great, but they always botch it that the best pay-per-view they have is a 7. The reason why I'm moving Survivor Series things over here, because in my opinion, I love the concept of the champions going against each other for each brand. I just don't like it being implemented on a big 4 pay-per-view when it could be put towards something else that's kind of bragging rights like. It's called a crown jewel. This is where you crown who your superior people are. I don't think with Saudi Arabia is they rush their pay-per-views. They put too many matches and rush the fuck out of it. Because I swear, Saudi's never had a 20-minute match. And they have, it was boring as hell. So, how about instead of doing almost 10 matches, let's keep it under 6 matches, so then everybody has a time to, to actually wrestle out. November, Survivor Series. I think the whole entire scoreboard thing needs to be dropped. I'm sorry. I don't mind the brand warfare stuff. I don't. But it should be back to where it was back in 2005, 2008 time. The tag teams of Raw and SmackDown against each other. The women's, Raw and SmackDown against each other. And the men's Raw and SmackDown against each other. While the other matches in between are important rivalries. World title, or maybe it's just a personal feud. That's what Survivor Series was, and that's what Survivor Series will stick as. It won't be treated like some kind of big best of 7 thing, especially when your pay-per-view is like I don't know, not 7. So then when it's like 6 matches, basically, the winner already won when it comes to the 6th match if it's 3-2. Like I said, WWE doesn't know what they're doing when it comes towards this. This is also a great time to bring in Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage, I Quit, Last Man Standing. It's called Survivor Series. You need to survive this shit. Being Sole Survivor tag team match. Being the Survivor Hell in a Cell. Being the Last Man Standing. Being the one to not quit. There's so many things to be done here with the word Survivor. So use it! December, Armageddon. I mean, come on. Armageddon is a classic WWE pay-per-view that should have never been moved. No gimmick bullshit. In fact, the fact that Armageddon didn't stay after Jeff Hardy's world title win is such a travesty. TLC is a dumb pay-per-view, and I'm gonna stick by that. There's no reason for this to really replace TLC, besides it's a classic WWE pay-per-view that didn't need to be changed. And that's really it when it comes towards my pay-per-view order. Hopefully you enjoyed it.